And let that signal you this is the new Legend Fes Banner coming out. Alright, so here comes part 1 of part 3 of the Ryza festival theme Legend Fes Banner. As this was revealed back in November, right after we got Story Chapter 5, we now have 2 new units that is already available in the global version. So here's a little bit of a teaser. So as you can see, Ryza and Empel will be doing the Ryza Festival Legend Fes Banner. So take it closer and the master's right hand. Now before I go for 2 of the units and 1 Memoria, I do have 1 extra bit that I did record while I prepared for this Legend Fes Banner. It has to do with the leader skill, which is already available in the Japanese version. So a little bit of an explanation before we start off with the new Legend Fes Banner. So take it over for the B-roll. Welcome to my Japanese version account. For those who are playing in this version, and by the time you've updated your app to version 1.5, you may notice you now have your leader skill. For example, we have this new character that is Floke. Now, leader skills are effective depending on the character that you selected as your team leader skill, and it is effective if you set them as your leader. You can also change your leader position, say Ryza over here. In this case, I'll be covering this Ryza and Empel in this video. This will be effective depending on the leader effect that will be used. So, for example, if I can find there, those with the crown, and if I'm correct, the one with the support ally like this one, it should be effective for certain characters for those who have under attack, but it will be more details on that will be available as soon as I show you guys the extended details for the characters that I'll be presenting in this video. Just note this is just a short example of how to use a leader skill. This will be effective across battles, score battles, dungeon explorations, you name it. But for now, you can see how my flex team go. And now let's go back to the global version to start the Legend Fes Breakdown. Now, I will be doing this one in reverse order this time because we have now a new character that is Empel, the Gate Closer. He did appear in the first Atelier Ryza game. Does have some of his stats a bit mirrored. For the attack side, physical attack is his highest attack power, while his magical defense is the highest with 640. So, kind of ironic for both of the stats to do this. So his speed, I think, somewhat slower than the average 250 or 240. Yes, he is a support character, as far as I can tell. He is a strike support. Now, Empel the Gate Closer, he does have skill 1, which allows him to boost physical attacks to ally with the highest physical attack before the skill was used 10%, with a maximum cap 30%. I'd say as far as I know, there are a few physical attackers that you can use throughout the game. Let's say those with slash, strike, and stab are the ones going to be beneficial on this skill 1. So this was after attacking. So the one that will be benefiting the most is the one that will be using the physical attack, which usually I do have Logi in my party in the global version, but not in the Japanese version. So before casting this one, Empel will calculate whoever has the highest attack. If it's on himself, he would be able to buff this. He would be able to use his own skill 1. But if someone else will be taking stats higher than him, or any other party member with the highest stat, basically this skill is useful if you want to take out enemies a bit faster than usual. So it's an incremental upgrade. That's for manual teams, but I guess there is something else good for autoplay teams as well. So, however, this one is skill 2 is only for 1 ally. Let's say, so it's also on single target. So this benefits on 1 ally. Does not damage an enemy, so it boosts the ally's physical attack by 30% for 2 turns. It's a big difference, but considering that this one is stackable, it will last throughout the battle. This one only does that temporarily, so it only has like 200 ticks of weight. Now for his first skill, Rewind Flow, after attacking, boosts target damage by 50% for 1 attack. So this one, you can use this on boss fights in case if you have a critical damage attacker or a high physical damage attacker. Now, after attacking all enemies on sight, the physical damage of the ally with the highest physical attack during the skill will be used by 30% for one turn. This is actually like 3 skill ones per single burst attack, so it is quite strong. To be honest, I don't even, my Japanese account team doesn't even focus on physical attack initially until I encountered the Lineage Soul event, so yeah, you can see why I got struggling until I got it right in the global version. His passive is advanced all physical attack 3, which boosts all allies by 50%. Sleep resistance up, this skill has like 30% less chance that he'll be sleeping. He'll be snoozing during the battle. I'd say he's pretty good, especially for physical attackers. Upcoming right up. Well, for now, he's pretty beneficial for. I guess I could recall which character will be beneficial after the Mochi. I'll just flash it on screen who will be beneficial to use Empel. Now, gifts, I will only mention the bonuses from here on out, since I also added the leader skill below the sword segment. So, here are his gifts, as well as the red-purple pattern. He has Strike Shield, Full Blessing, and finally, Physical Damage Boost Pool. Very good for synthesizing. Strike Shield, I think there will be a strike attacker. I think should be available by now. I guess Black Belt will be able to take advantage of this, but don't have Halloween Black Belt in the global version, so verdict on this one. Empel, best physical supporter. I wouldn't say number 1 necessarily, but he's almost right at the top. Now here is his leader skill. So this is Empel's leader skill. For characters that have tag as readers, both physical attack and defense will be buffed by 25%. So what are those tags? So these tags will be available for all the characters owned and unowned, just by going to the status tab alongside its tags. And here are its tags. For example, Empel is tagged as members of Kirkton Island, Masters, Readers, Sweets. I don't know why they added Sweets, but it's funny. And lastly, Megane, which is using English as glasses characters. So, these are the tags that Empel has in the Japanese version. It will be available in the global version, but for now, let's switch over to Ryza, Master's right-hand side. Okay, so, Ryza can strike the game twice, not only with her initial fire attacker units in the release celebration Legend Fes Banner. Yes, she is also part of the off-rate banner chances. Now she has her master's right-hand unit, which her strongest stat is physical attack as usual. Highest defense belongs to physical, with a slight speed boost that is slightly higher with 254, that is as of level 60. Ryza's skill 1, this allows her this allows her to buff the target's damage received by 50 for 3 attacks. So this is advantageable for any attacker, especially if you have Rorona, Logi, or Memoria. The Princess Memoria, not the initial Memoria, the 2-star healer, but also the upcoming Mari. But any element will be able to take advantage of Ryza's skill 1. But if you are playing this on manual team dynamics, for autoplay, she has skill 2, which is 106 damage, 57% stun. Now, this is just half of the story if you're just going to rely on this stun count. Before attacking, all targets will get their slash resistance debuffed by 25% for 2 attacks. This counts 1 for Ryza's skill 2, because after attacking all groups as a group attack, the boost target damage will be will be buffed by 30% for 1 attack. So overall, if you have a slash character, I mean, it's likely going to take out more than half of the enemy's HP, but it will get slightly lower and lower as we get to higher levels. But this is actually like a big deal if you're doing this on physical teams, even without the slash resistance debuff for stab or physical stab or strike. Any other element they'll be able to take advantage of the boost target receive debuff. So it's a big DPS even for a breaker. Now, last but not least, Rewind Slash. Yes, Ryza's burst that she can throw her cube and send in portals of rabbits. Well, surrounding the enemy, and she'll be able to break that cube. With 400% damage and 200 ticks of weight, that's target for 1. After attacking, this immediately force stuns the target and boosts target damage by 20% with a max of 40%, which you'll be able to cap this twice if Ryza were to land 2 burst paddles using that burst attack. And force stun, meaning regardless of how many shields any enemy has, they can never escape from Ryza's burst skill. And heck, there's even one more breaker that will be coming up very soon. I mean, but for now, Ryza is the best strike breaker overall. That's strike. Best slash breaker overall. I got confused for someone else, so just keep an eye out for that. So, Ryza's skill, when a target is stunned, boost target damage received by 25% for 2 attacks. And another, which is Flash of Destruction, boosts stun damage by 20% when attacking a weakness. So those with attacks with weak above, you're in for a shock. As for Ryza's gifts, the synthesis chemistry, she'll start with yellow and end with blue. She has traits such as Mighty Blessing, Slash Shield, and Stun Damage boost for physical damage. So physical breakers will be able to take advantage of Ryza's trait. It will depend on the combination for those that will end with yellow. Then Ryza will be able to synthesize physical stun damaging weapons, gear, and so on. And anyway, here is her leader skill, which is actually even better if you have her in the Japanese version, because with the leader skill effect, I'll have that appear in the B-roll. Alright, back to information only available yet in the Japanese version, but it will be available in the global version months from now. Here is Master's right hand Ryza's leader skill, as well as its effects. When an enemy is broken by breaking its shield, when breaking its stun resistance, skill damage will be buffed by 50% for all members. As long as Ryza is the one breaking each enemy, I think there's a possibility anyone can do this, but at least as leader skill. This means that the buff that she'll be provided will be available for all members. As for Ryza, she is tagged with 5 tags: Curtain Island, Sweets, Adventurers, Glasses characters. Yes, Ryza is wearing glasses in this variant, and as well as Otempa, which I have no idea what this means, but it will be shown on screen in the post-production. So that's it for the Legend Fes side in the Japanese version. Time to go back to the global version. Okay, so for the featured Memoria this time, we have Adventure to New Horizons. Now, the highest stat as usual is physical attack by 31.25%. It's a bit fine, slightly above average than usual. However, the both defenses strat is still a bit below average, but even if it's maxed out at 30. So, the passive this time for this Memoria, when using a physical attack, reduces target slash resistance by 50% for 2 attacks. This is useful for slash attackers, especially if you have low G and SD. However, this is very recommended for Ryza, as this allows her to buff up not just the slash resistance, but also this happens when using a physical attack. This is an after effect. Ryza does the slash resistance debuff before attacking her enemies. It is also useful for Rose, as I already did the trial battle with him. This does this after an attack, right? So after attacking the debuff slash resistance, this will stack as well. So for this Memoria, I guess Rose and Ryza, the Master's right hand variant, will be able to take advantage of this featured Memoria. But this is not like a must-have for even, especially you're just gonna get the level 1 Memoria. If you're lucky enough to get copies of this, I mean, it'll be useful for strike towers, for will be useful for slash towers and also the affinity tower floors. So, if you have this Memoria, I guess you're on the right track. You just need to upgrade it with memory upgrade pieces. All right, now that both characters in Memoria are already demonstrated, including their leader skills, time for some trial battles. Now I'm doing this in reverse from just like from my Japanese version stream. So let's see. Gate closer. So now on this team we have Logi and Wen. That is, by the way, a decent defender. Now I'd say I would put this buff on Logi. Right, you're next. See how powerful this is. Especially the weasels are like weak against slash. Alright, that's also weak against strike. Eh? Oh, bruv. No! Ah, never mind. Pretty good so far. Now let's see Empel's first. Dang, this one's lit. Surround them in cube and then just throws it backwards. And that's how you defeat your boss fights. Just have Empel throw away his cube. Cube that deals strike damage, and then bye-bye, weasels. Now let's finish this battle with skill 1, since I already used skill 2 and then burst. So long! Alright, got the elixir of return. That's a simple victory animation for Empel. Last one for Ryza, because I'm saving her for last. Alright, so we now have a burst at the start. Now for her team, we have the same team as Len, but we have now Rose in the lead. Rose! A bit redundant, but I guess I would have used him as long as just before I have this Ryza character, this Ryza variant. Roll the Q! Graphics everywhere, as well as stars. I slightly speed up the first few seconds 3 times for 2 seconds. The animation should be the same. Take out the Immortal Knight and let's bail. Rose, I haven't used him, but I did use him in this event. And before attacking, boost rolled stun damage after attacking. Stack by 50. This is stackable, by the way. He does the same thing as Ryza, but after attacking reduces slash resistant instead of before attacking. He's still useful, but the pattern that he's doing it with Master's right hand Ryza is reversed. So you have to stack his skill 2 if you want to increase his before attacks buff. What about your skill 2? Target on sight. Lock on. There, someone got broken. Well, we don't have time to get Ryza's skill run 1 ready, so finish this. Can all you do is one attack? No! Alright, then finish him. I guess Rose will do it. Battle finish. Oh, what? I forgot! You should have shifted over to Ryza's victory animation. Alright. Okay, so verdict on this one? Part 1 of 3 Ryza Festival Banner so far. We got the best breaker. And I gotta say, it's a must pull this time. And for Empel, very good physical supporter. He can buff physical attacks. And yeah. For next Legend Fes Breakdown banner will be featuring Izara and Leela. this will be part 2 of the Ryza Festival Banner. Ryza Festival Legend Fes Banner. So, I'd say I'm a bit nervous to cover this one because I don't want to do like a bit incorrect information. But gosh, it's a little bit of margin of error. So yeah, I'm not sure if I can pull this one on my global account, but I'll try to survive without the Master's Right Hand Ryza for now, since I already used up all of my low star gems for this event. So anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Blue Sky and Discord server is linked in the video description below. And I'll see you guys in about early April, where I will show you guys about Leela and Isara for the next Ryza Festival Banner. So, good luck on your Ryza and Empel pools, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. See you soon.